Coming at you with a Team Rocket deck highlight today, trainers headlining Weezing as well as Arbok. These two attackers line up phenomenally into the two most popular meta decks in Pokemon Pocket. Their high HP pools make them very durable against Pikachu, and their dark typing lets them attack down Mewtwo very quickly. Arbok's corner effect is also easily one of the most powerful effects in the game, locking your opponent into their chunky EX attacker in the active spot, meaning you get to claim those two knockout points instead of it being able to be retreated to safety is quite powerful. Something that I absolutely love in today's deck list is the inclusion of a singleton copy of Grimer and Muck. This card is notably not good in those two popular matchups, Pikachu and Mewtwo, but it gives you important counterplay into a lot of off-meta things like Charizard, Venusaur, Blastoise, Machamp, anything that's setting up a really big attacker in the back. Muck's absolutely massive single turn hit is what you need to be able to burst those down and not just be left stranded without anything to do. At any rate, I hope you enjoyed today's highlight. I think it does a phenomenal job of showcasing this deck and the really dynamic gameplay it generates with a ton of sequencing decisions. If you enjoy what you see, smash that like button for the rest of the day. Have fun. It's very common in card games when they launch that the design team will have designed 3 or 4 sets out before they start. And it's very likely that there are synergies and things connected between those different sets as you're starting. So like, as a pointed example, Steelix, Crobat, and Scizor, I would expect are all cards that'll be coming down the pipeline that potentially impact Scyther, Onyx, and the other one. Hey look, it's the reason I didn't research. We're looking for Weezing, so I want to use Pokeball first. When you want to draw a basic, you want to research first. When you want to draw a non-basic, you want a Pokeball first. I think I'm going to get Arbok geared up rather than attack them here. Because if they have X speed, they're going to knock my coughing out anyways. Then I'm going to need Arbok ready to go to put the Pikachu down. How long should you pull from one card pack before changing to another? As long as it takes you to get the cards you want. So we played around this X speed by putting the energy on my benched Pokemon. So we have a shot. If we can dodge Giovanni, we can dodge a ball here and have a real chance. Does Sazzel have an upcoming evolution as well? Card seems below rate. I actually don't know the answer to that one because Sazzel is a Zoomer Pokemon, and my knowledge largely stops at Gen 2. Sazzel does not have an evolution. That's interesting. I actually had that same thought when I looked at it. I meant to look it up. How do you think balancing will work in this game? So the Paper Boomer game uses a ban list. I really hope this game will lean into digital and do rebalancing rather than bans. But I can see it going either way. They didn't have the Giovanni previously, and they haven't played a Blitzel yet. So I think I'm gonna potion here, so they have to draw the Blitzel to knock out the Arbok. Or sorry, the Zebstrike. Blitzel's the one on the bench. And then if the Zapdos can't knock us out, the Sabrina will pull up one of their backs so we can get the win. Oh shit, looking real good here. We should be good to go here now, right? We Sabrina They put the Pikachu EX up. We lock it in so it can't retreat. The Muck finishes it. So Arbok's corner says they can't retreat. They have only one knockout point, and Arbok only gives them one more. Even if they top decked a potion, Giovanni lets us clear. That was a good, clean game. We played around their X speed and then set it up and knocked him down from there. We're gonna need to take an ad break in a minute. I'll throw the full deck list up on screen when we do. Mewtwo and Charizard, I could write a Python program to play optimally, I think, like 95% of the time. They are very, very linear and straightforward. That's the primary reason I've been working on playing a lot of these single prize point Pokemon decks, so they feel like they have way more choices to make while I play them. I think Pikachu EX is actually the least linear of the best decks because it has so many Pokemon it has to play. It more often has games where you just don't start Pikachu EX, so you have to have more wiggle room. What are your thoughts on Wiggly EX? I played a bit of Wiggly EX. I think it's solid. I actually really like Wiggly Weezing. There's a highlight of that up on my Pocket channel. Truly, if you're someone new here and you haven't scrolled back through my Hoaglandia Pocket channel since the start of the soft launch, there are a ton of off-meta decks up there. In fact, I think the only big meta deck we covered a Charizard towards the start. It's almost exclusively off-meta stuff. Yeah, Pidgeotto's a very solid Pokemon Pocket card. If you want my thoughts on which cards are good, chat, I have a video here where I break down what I think are the best non-EX Pokemon. A lot of these ones people are asking me about. I covered in there and gave details on why I think what I think. If they have Giovanni and X speed, it's greedy not to evolve. But because I have second Ekans on my bench, I'm gonna go ahead and greed a little bit. What's my favorite version of Marowak EX? My favorite version of Marowak EX is the one that doesn't constantly flip tails. Now we get to Sabrina up and put down the Krylia, which is, again, one of the downsides of the opponent's deck, not playing many evolutions. Anybody, wellness check on the opponent's phone. I will say, one of the many quality of life improvements this game needs is it needs to not pause for moments like that, where there's only one choice you can make. Wellness check on the bag of pretzels. Right there, gamers. Right there behind me. We have not consumed. We ate our starting 11, and that was it. I'm actually gonna put Grimer up here and get them poisoned. Punished for not leading into the Weezing, I suppose. $40 with weakness, so they're 10 for poison. You want to get it within that 90 points of Arbok plus whatnot. They have to use the side drive to finish the Grimer. Ooh, we could see a retreat here. Side drive's an interesting choice. The opponent's not quite dead yet, but we're done here. Yeah, the Arbok says they can't retreat. Stay right where you are, video gamer. What's going on, Lit Fan? You know the best way to enjoy Pokemon when your opponent hits heads 3 times in a row and you flip all tails? It's hit the concede button for the 5-minute game you've been playing and go to the next one. There is no way to endlessly grind more free rewards in this game, no. Jeff, my gaming joy only comes from winning. Yeah, you gotta learn to separate yourself from that for sure. Koga's a decent draw because it means I can retreat out of this Grimer with the Muck. That makes it tough to build multiple decks. The easiest way to build multiple decks is by leveraging the most powerful card in mobile gaming, your credit card. Are there bots in the versus queue? No. Pokemon Pocket does not try and disguise bots as human beings, which is another thing that I enjoy. I absolutely despise that Marvel staff constantly cues me into bots. Let's just Koga this back. Having a Weezing to start feels like they're at a pretty big advantage in this mirror match. I've tried a little bit of Nidoking with Weezing, and I was kind of whelmed by it. Am I X-speeding or am I giving up the energy? I think I'm X-speeding. I mean, it's one thing to say you don't enjoy the gameplay patterns of Pokemon Pocket. Like, it's way more traditional card game than Marvel Step is and feels very different. But truly, if you think Pokemon Pocket doesn't have complex gameplay decisions ever, you just aren't good enough to understand what you don't understand. So one of those is subjective, and you are welcome to your subjective feelings. You like what you like and don't like what you don't like. Like, more power to you as a human being. But there are definitely plenty of good and interesting decision trees in the games that you play. Why didn't you evolve Grimer? I'm new to this game. Because Grimer's poison gas ability can be useful to use before you evolve into Muck. Yeah, unfortunately our opponent DC'd here. So sometimes you want to use the less evolved character's attacks because they're more energy efficient before evolving. I really like Wheezing and Executor decks are my two favorites. I think the decks that offer the most interesting decision points are the ones that tend to be all non-EX Pokemon. That was their first Koga, yeah? Hitmonlee is a phenomenal Pokemon pocket card. I like that one a lot. Well, I'm definitely doing this. The question is just what am I doing after? I guess I'm technically not getting knocked out here, right? I go to 50, they knock me to 20, I go to 10. If they Koga back, they could get me. They Koga plus Arbok. I'm punished for not playing the Muck out, but I think there's a reason not to. Found the Arbok though, which is nice. Giovanni's a tough beat. I don't know that we'll beat that one. You know, with the Grimer being on 2 energy, I probably should have played the Muck out. Talking about evolving versus not, I could have played around that red card. Maybe I should have put the Ekans up here instead of the Grimer. Small mistakes, gamers, are gonna cost me. Fucker, Giovanni. Nailed it. Easy game. I don't think there's a reason to play the Arbok out. We've only got 4 cards in our deck. This is my favorite Weezing deck. I haven't played enough of any individual Weezing deck to have a strong opinion on that. I don't think there's a compelling reason to knock out one of their snakes rather than just put damage on the Weezing. Did I forget to attach an energy this turn? I might have. Yes, this game has its own card pool. I don't remember. I might have put it on the Ekans, you're right. See, I think I just count on drawing the Koga here. And I'm gonna play the Arbok out to play around the Sabrina. I played 2 of those already. Only 1 Sabrina so far. So we'll Gas Leak. We'll tap him with this. And then next turn, we get to Koga out of the corner and Arbok their Arbok and be 2-2. Oh wow, they're just not playing around the Koga. Cool. We'll take that, I suppose. They're retreating. I guess they lose to my last card being Potion, yeah? Because I knock them out, take my second match point. They knock me to 40, and then I Sabrina up the Wheezing and deal it to 50. They're out of Kogas, and the poison saves me. So the combination of Potion, Sabrina at the end there gets me the win. Look at that. We finally have the Coughing Wheezing while going first. That's the droid we're looking for. A lot of basic Pokemon gamers. I am not in a rush to play Research because I don't want to get red carded. Or if we're going to get red carded, I want to wait. There was a Pikachu EX build in one of the recent Pocket tournaments I was playing Raichu, like this opponent is. I don't remember if I was playing Magneton. I think it was. Yes. I think I'm waiting on the Muck because I want the flexibility to be able to Poison Gas. The question you want to ask yourself when building Pokemon Pocket decks is not what is the ratio of Pokemon to supporters. It's how many basics does my deck want to play, and then how many items can I play after I play the lines that support those basics. If that makes sense. This is one of those spots where, like, you know, this exchange was not very good for my opponent. They traded 1 match point for 2, and they traded 2 energy for 1 energy. Our opponent is very much coming out behind on what's going on here. And the Koga is a perfect draw because it means I get to go gas them into Koga, into Arbok. Keep this Pikachu or Raichu locked in. Actually, just into the Koga. Is double normal Gengar good for Mewtwo X? I don't think Gengar is a good Pokemon card, unfortunately. I think it's pretty stinky. I'm looking for more basics here. So whenever you want to draw 2 basics, you should research and then Pokeball, as opposed to Pokeball and then research. Meltan, don't see a lot of that. This amasses to attach extra energy to itself. We had all 3 of our basics. If you weren't here, we were playing this deck earlier. I'm playing the full 4 coughing Arbok lines, then I'm playing a single Grimer and a single Muck. As an extra Pokemon slash finisher. Between the 2 games with that other deck, we managed to brick on drawing grass energy or water energy for a total of 13 turns in a row. It's actually this, right? Clean. Koga's so good. So strong. Alright, do they have X speed plus Bisharp? There's the Bisharp. Koga, Weezing, Muck are all inside of Mewtwo packs. Interesting. They have the X speed. Arbok might just be toast. Is anything weak to metal? Yeah, some of the fairy Pokemon are weak to metal. Frostmoth, and Clefable. Do I want to invest 2 energy in Arbok in order to get 60 points on Bisharp? I think the answer is no. I think it's just energy on Grimer pass, and we're gonna let Arbok get offered up here. Yes, when you Koga back the Weezing, you need to replay Coughing again, which is why it's beneficial to have your second Coughing to start, so you can just re-evolve it right away. Weezing, I think, is one of the best cards in the game. If you haven't taken a second to check out my best non-EX Pokemon roundup, it'll give you a good idea of what the other less powerful Pokemon that are good, that can be reasonable to watch out for are. I want to spend Koga to end Bisharp. I think so. I toggle the gas leak. Koga picks up the Weezing. It takes on average about 3 days to fill your Pokedex if you're max spending every day. I was playing during the soft launch, so I've been full for a while. And then the Vita Shock here does 120, so effectively 130 with the poison. And then that's our second knockout point, and they only have 1, so Muck here dealing 70 twice is real good.